Good morning and welcome to Mucker's Movies. Today we're in a place called Meare in Somerset and we're at St Mary's and All Saints Church. As you can see, the weather's not too good. There has been a Christian presence on this site for many centuries. Linked to the powerful abbey at Glastonbury, the farm next to the church was once a residence of the abbots of Glastonbury, and the village came under their jurisdiction. Tradition says that in Anglo-Saxon times, an holy man called Beon, or Beonna, was buried there, on the shores of the lake that once was to the north of the village. It was later confused with Saint Benignus, and in 1091, the remains were moved to the abbey to join the other relics, but the chapel in the south aisle of the church was dedicated to him in 1987. Look at the colours on that tree. I don't know that the church is open yet, so we'll have a look around the churchyard. Good morning, sir. We have a little church store. So it's only about 5'6" high. We have a William Bamwell of West A, died 1888, aged 57. Also Emily, his wife, she died 1916, aged 78. And also their son, killed in action in France, 7th of September 1916, aged 36 years. And then we got also another son, Freddie Bamwell. He died 1969, aged 94. Joseph England, died 1885, aged 58 years. Wife of Joseph, can't make out her name, she died 1912, aged 72. We've got someone here, 1855. That's all I can see on that one. William Llewellyn, 15 years old, son of George and Anne. What's down there? There's a load of rubbish. Church door, back of the church. Charles Williams, died 1916, age 87. Mary, beloved wife of Charles Williams, he died in 1910, aged 81. Joseph Toogood, died 1924, aged 72. Also George Alfred, son of the above, he died 1901, I think it is, aged 20 years. Also Joseph Toogood, he died 1933, aged 82. We have a war grave, J. Russell, 1439, I think it is. West Somerset Yeomans. He died 1915, aged 19. George Burnett, he died 1910, aged 79. Also Jane, his wife, she died 1920, aged 85, I think. Maria West, she died 1893, aged 70. Also her husband, we can't make out his name, he died aged 78. Then we've got Martha Annie West, white wife of the above, died aged 34. We've got an Henry Granter, he died 1904, aged 34. We've got Kelsa, the beloved wife of Richard Phelps, He died 1915, aged 54. Also Richard Phelps. He died 1922, aged 66. Got Richard Norris. He died 1840, aged 53 years old. His wife Jane. She died 1866, aged 84. Over on the other side we got George, son of Richard and Jane. He died 1807, aged 1 year old. That's all I can read on that one. And we have the beloved wife of Edward Churches, Bidisham. He died 1846, aged 54. Also of the above, Edward Churches. He died 1857, aged 70. William Starr, he died 1928, aged 91. John Burridge, he died 1887, aged 6. Also Harold, he died 1888, aged 5. The beloved children of John R. Kay and Emily R. Keane. Also Robert Kelway Keane, he died 1928, aged 76. We've got Mary, his wife, who died May 1940, aged 93. Let's see who's on the other side. Must be the husband. And then we've got Henry Keane. He died 1912, aged 79. Eleanor Hayes, she died in 1875, aged 67. Also Mary, she died 1882, aged 72. Herbert, son who died November 1890, aged 43. And Mary Ann, his widow, she died 1915, aged 66. And also their son Morris, who died in infancy. Got William Difford, who died in 1906, aged 34. Also Mary, she died in 1909, aged 82. Thomas Rood, he died in 1925, aged 72. Also Mary, wife of the above, she died in 1932, aged 79. Charlotte Davis, died in 1924, aged 69. William Davis, he died in 1926, aged 71. And also their son Frederick, He died in 1923, aged 39. We've got John Churchois. He died February 1858, aged 52. Also Charlotte, his wife, she died 1888 in her 80th year. Right, let's what's this on the door? In memory of Reverend D.F.W. Proberts, Vicar of Meare, 1960 to 1976. Nice old chest there. Have a C, I, W, T, R, another W. And it looked like 17 something 7, could be 1777, not sure. Medieval woodworm. The present font is octagonal and perpendicular in style, so probably dates from the rebuild of the church. It was moved to its present position in 1945. The 19th century saw a lot of alterations. The pews were reorganised in 1816, which gives an interesting insight into the way the congregation was separated. 4 pews for the use of the poor were removed, and instead 5 on the men's side and 3 on the women's side were enlarged. In 1820, private galleries were added on either side of the nave for those not prepared to sit with the rougher sort. The vestry was added in 1823 with access into the chancel through an existing doorway. We have in loving memory of Dennis R.J. Fear, 1917 to 1975. This is for the War Saving Campaign, 1943, presented by the Air Ministry in recognition of the successful achievement in the Wings for Victory Week. Parish of Meare, May 1st, 1943. Here we have in the memory of George Keane. He died August the 4th, 1879. And his wife, Anna, she died March 19th, 1879. This is 1638. Can't make out what to say. Body of homeless Waterfield, I think it is. Who fought the war, his end. Looks like it's in Old English. Tudor poor laws meant that the parish had to have an organised collection of money for the poor of the parish, and the alms box from this time still exists. It stands on a medieval base in the south aisle and once had 3 locks. The pulpit dates from the 15th century. The Reformation in the 16th century brought huge changes to the church and the closure of Glastonbury Abbey, with the hanging of Abbot Whiting on Glastonbury Tor. So have had particular significance for the villagers. Important parish documents, including the registers of baptism, marriages and burials, were compulsory since the days of Henry VIII and had to be kept in the church. Meare's registration dates from 1599, with some gaps in the 17th and early 18th centuries. For somebody called Thomas, I believe. They died 1676. And we have Alban Rowley. Must be the brother from the person above. He died 1694. And here's lies a body of Thomas Rowley, son of Alban. He died 1714, aged 44. The chandelier in the chalice was made by Thomas Pike of Bridgewater and was bought for 12 guineas in 1777. The church wardens' names are on it: John West, Arthur Phippen, both gentlemen. Cleaning the chandelier in 1782 cost 1 shilling. They must have been expecting me. They've put out the red carpet. Really nice windows in there. We have, in memory of Richard Nesbitt Howe, who died at Great Yarmouth, March the 14th, 1871, aged 46. Buried in this chancel March the 23rd, 1871, erected by his 3 sisters. Here we have to the sacred memory of George Glaston, MD, late of Stoke, Damrell, Devon, obit 7th of Feb, 1857, at Atta, that's AT-AT, 75, also his widow, Anne, she died 1868, aged 82. Here we have a Suckerburr, Howe, he died, I think it's 1831, aged 75, leaving a widow and 2 children. And then Lammert, who has a tribute of gratitude to the best husband. Erected this monument to his memory. Elizabeth Howe, widow of the above. She died 1849, aged 84. Here lies the body of Anthony Elliot, late of Godney, within this parish, who died March the 23rd, 1707, aged 35. And his daughter, M. Roberts, Marion, she died, it's a shame it's been covered over, her 30th year. No, sorry, she died aged 55, 1729. One more I can see. Here lies the body of Thomas Elliot, son of the above, and of Mary, who died in 1730. That's all I can see on that one. Mary Howe, she died 1718. That's all I can see on that one. Here lieth the body of William Moore of Meare, who departed this life on the 14th day of February in the year of his 69th birthday, or 69th year, aged 1688. Sorry, died 1688. Get confusing reading some of these. It's a nice window. A lot of work have gone into that roof. This beautiful chancel roof probably dates from the 14th century. But to the memory of Reverend R.M. Hofden, or something it is, B.A., vicar of this parish, who died the 19th November 1823, or 1823, age 32. Here we have to the memory of Barton Thomas Bussell of Wales, vicar of this parish, 1876 to 1909, rector of Yeovilton, 1909 to 1918, died at Wales the 22nd of November 1930, aged 88. Also his son, Henry Richard Bussell of Somerset, LI, he died in Flanders, 17th of August 1917, aged 38. The Shepherd of Jerusalem. Here we have in the memory of Anne, the wife of John Uxbridge, Uxborough, who died January 1868, aged 70. Also her son, John Shuckburgh. All I can make out is he died 1845, aged 25. He died 1845, aged 25. The door to the rood loft and the squint were rediscovered under plaster when in 1898 there was further restoration work. Then we've got the memory of Thomas Edwin Hughes, churchwarden for 29 years, who died the 10th of February 1968. The brass lectern was donated in 1920 to commemorate 3 members of the Banwell family. William Banwell died in 1888, and his youngest son, Harry, was killed on September the 7th, 1916, in France. William's widow, Emily, died, it is said, of grief a few weeks later. Jubilee Memorial, the parish cross, removed to the churchwarden and restored June 1887 by B.T. Bushu, vicar, George G. Burnett, Albert H. Hayes, churchwardens. And we got to the glory of God. The church was reopened on St. Matthew's Day, 1870, by the Lord Arbiter Harvey, D.D., Bishop of Bath and Wells, restored and reinstated by public, I think that is, and private offerings whereby additional accommodations was obtained towards which the Wells Church Building Society granted the SVM of £40. Joseph J. Bradley, vicar, George Bervert, and Walter Gilbert, churchwardens. Another former villager who died in the First World War is recorded in the chancel. He was Harry Bussu's son of H.B.T. Bussu, vicar of Meare, from 1876 to 1909. He died in Flanders in August 1917. There's a bit of squeeze in there. Show you what I can. The organ was restored in 1975. Vicar Reverend D.F. W. Probert, Warden Steve Baker, H.A. H. Baker, organist P.G. Curtin. Electric blower installed in 1949. Vicar K. W. Puddy, Wardens T.E. Hughes and W.A. Wilcox. The organ was renovated by Percy Daniel and Co., Clevedon, 1921. Vicar Reverend P.V. Oxford and Wardens J. Bassett and E. Champion. As you can see, there's a bit of a squeeze in there. Just about sitting there. No room for anything else. So, painting of the church. Can't really see this one, it's behind the flowers. All right, for Freedom, War Saving Campaign, 1944, presented by the War Office in recognition of successful achievement in salutes of the Soldier Week, presented to this parish of Meare on the 27th of June, 1944. And here we have, in my heart, an air that kills, from yonder country blows. What are those blue remembered hills? What spires? What farms are those? This is a land of lost continents. I see it shining plain. The happy highways where I went and cannot come again. A.E. Houseman. So like some of the soldiers from during the war. So we have Herbert Davis, his sailor. Ronald Difford, pilot. Stanley Linton, soldier. Verdreen Whitcomb, soldier. William Whitcomb, soldier. Thank you, lads. This is J. Gillens, I think it is. All I can read is 1870, age 24. Then we've got 1870, age 23. Don't know if you can read those. Here we have the Roll of Honour, 1914 to 1919. Here we have Roll of Honour 1939 to 1945. We have Latin 1630. Here lie the body of William Withers of this parish, who died April the 4th, 1729, aged 74. Here's the church tower with the bell ropes. And behind there's a lovely window. There are 6 bells in the tower. 4 are dated between 1707 and 1746. Must be the door to the bell tower. Here we can get a better look at the window. It says, to the glory of God, in memory of Joseph Prod Hodgson, who died August the 25th, 1837, aged 55, and Margaret, his wife, daughter of Shuckburgh House, died December 28th, 1865, aged 75. Also Joseph Proud Hodgkin, their son who died December 28th, 1858, aged 45. The window has been restored and filled with stained glass by the 2 daughters and sisters of the above, November 1871, I think it is. The monarch was now head of the Church of England, and money had to be found to display the royal arms. Weapons were stored in the church for use in times of danger. Some of this armour was still here in living memory, but has since disappeared. So one last look around in here. So look at this a minute. These chimes were given in loving memory of George Burnett, who died in 1910, aged 79. Jane Ashburnett, his wife, she died 1920, aged 85. We have John Howe, who he died 1637. His wife Mary, she died August by the looks of it, on the 26th, on August the 26th, 1661. William Rowley, and the guy's daughter Elizabeth of William and Mary Campbell, who died 1707. I think she died aged 7. As you can hear, we are heading back to the modern world. I hope you enjoyed this visit to St Mary's and All Saints at Meare, Somerset today. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.